Okay, hello everybody, welcome back. Another film review. Today I'm doing Thor Ragnarok. Why am I covering Thor Ragnarok rather than the other two? Mainly because I think this is the best one. A lot of people might disagree with me, but I feel like Thor Ragnarok is the best Thor film. It has a nice bit of comedy and mixture compared to the other two. So I hope my opinion isn't too divided. And the scores seem to be quite enjoying it. It came out 2017, 7.9 out of 10 on IMDb, 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, and 3.8 out of 5 on Letterboxd. I don't know what that site is, but congratulations, you gave a review. So let's go through this film. So it starts off with like Thor attacking this massive lava monster. I can't remember what his name was, sorry. But he defeats the lava monster, gets back to Asgard, and then Odin is basically performing a play of like Loki's heroic triumph. If you haven't seen the film before, Thor: The Dark World, then that won't make too much sense to you. But basically, Loki's pretending to be Odin. Eventually, Thor catches him and stops him from doing what he's doing. He tries to go find Odin, can't find Odin. Eventually, he does, and Odin says, "Once I die, your evil stepsister is gonna come and attack the whole of Asgard." He then dies. Hela comes in. Thor stop it. He throws his hammer. She grabs his hammer and destroys it like it was nothing. Just grabs and just instant destruction. Loki says, "Get us out of here." They try to teleport, but then Hela's following them. Loki gets hit off and it's falling off somewhere. Thor is like also just like getting hit and stuff like that. So I think he also eventually falls off. Gets to a place, there's a bunch of like wreckage and all that stuff. There's a lot of, and then he lands in like this garbage filled area. There's like a bunch of demons that want to try and fight him, but eventually there's this girl called Valkyrie. She comes in, she says, I'm gonna take him, get away. Thor's gonna fight back, then he is electrocuted by something, I'm not quite sure what. He gets electrocuted, and then he gets taken to this weird like dungeon place, weird like stadium, like it looks like a Roman Empire sort of thing of like junk, essentially. And basically this guy he is sort of, how do I explain it? He is basically trying to get his champion in, and he's going to try and get Thor to fight his champion. Thor gets in the ring, is already with his champion, and he is ready. He's prepared to fight this guy. He gets to it, and then turns out it's the Hulk. The Hulk's getting fight. If you don't understand, you have to watch what was it, Age of Ultron, Avengers Age of Ultron, to understand why Hulk's in this place. But eventually Hulk and him fight. He's about to win until he gets electrocuted, and then he loses. He tries to convince the Hulk and to do all this stuff to help him out, to be like that, to try and turn back into Bruce. I think he does eventually like convince Valkyrie and try to escape with the Hulk. They have to try and figure out a plan to beat Hela, essentially. They eventually get Valkyrie on board, find Loki, Loki tries to fight Valkyrie and he loses. They eventually find him. He gets him back to try to help. And then what happens next? Well, they have to go travel back to Asgard, and they have to travel back to Asgard to try and help fight off Hela and all her minions and everything like that. He goes back to Asgard with everything, with all his guys, and then they start fighting off all the demons. Thor has to try and fight Hela. He can't beat her because she's too strong. She eventually takes out one of his eyes. He shoots with a lightning bolt and that barely even phased her. So he's trying to wonder what to do. So he says to Loki, go through the throne room and release that demon guy. Loki eventually has to go escape. Do that. He gets there. He looks at the Tesseract, tries to steal that again, but he eventually gets there, sets off the throne. Sets off the throne and everything like that. He sets it off. He sets off the hell. I think Loki. Yeah, Loki does set off the fire demon, and then basically the whole of Asgard gets destroyed. What is that guy's name? Hang on, let me get that guy for you. This is 2 years after. Sotor. I can't. The imprisoned fire demon Sotor. I can't pronounce his name. yeah, he basically tries to resummon him to try and kill Hela because she's too strong, but she doesn't think he'd take out the fire. I'm just gonna call him fire demon. I can't pronounce it so that well. Grandmaster, old from the Hulk. Yep. Anything I'm missing here? Mm, Death Valkyrie, Hand of Hela, Design Norns, takes on captive behind. Yep. Fighting Hela, Loki retrieves Sato's crown, place it in the internal fire. Sato's reborn and destroys Ica, killing Hela herself, and the refugees flee. Yeah, and then they have to try and escape and everything like that. They're all Asgard's destroyed. Thor has one eye, but he's trying to go off. End credit scene is basically Thor and Loki, and their ship's basically about to be attacked by another huge ship. I won't spoil that yet, but I think most people know what's going to go on. But it gets attacked by another huge ship as the end credit scene goes off. Yeah, like I said, I think this is the best Thor film to watch. Obviously, if you don't watch the other two, or you're not catching up, or you don't watch the Avengers or hero films, this film wouldn't really make sense to you. Obviously, watching the first one, like watching the first of any other films, would make a lot more sense, and they'll be good standalone by themselves anyway. But watching this one, I feel like is the best one. Score, I'm giving it 8 out of 10 on stars, 8 out of 10 stars on my review. So I think that's the main plot points you need to take away from this, is that, yeah, I definitely think this is the best Thor film by far. Most interesting one, has got a decent plot, shows the limits of how these heroes have. Hela was a great villain. I think one of the best female villains, because I don't think there's been a lot of female villains, but I think she was a very good female villain as well, to be fair. So that's it from me today. So hopefully you enjoyed this film review, and I will see you again for another one. Alright then, bye.